It's my chance to say to the Key of Life, thank you for all the work you do for us in your production company, because the key is life. And if we continue to live this life and enjoy it, it will make everybody's world better.
He good at what he do.
Yeah.
Well, that band is funky. So, I'ma do it our way. We're celebrating the brotherhood and the community's second annual Men of Excellence Award.
Welcome to an upload of Stairs.
Peace. There you go.
Black Power.
Brooklyn's in the house. Ralph and Herman here.
Yes, we got a brother here that is, part of TV history. Y'all know him. I ain't gonna go all into that, but I'm just so impressed with how he's handled himself on and off screen. So we want to get some updates, what he's doing now with projects, and just any thoughts and feelings that a television legend like this brother has to say. So, good brother.
Well, first and foremost, to those who are watching, hello. To you, to your families, thank you for watching our work over the years and being supporters of Good Times. You know we in reruns. I still get paid.
Yo.
It's fun, huh?
So, good brother, where would you want to go? Let's deal with something that's a little bit rough. The slavery deal in Libya. I know that's not far out there.
Unfortunately, slavery does still exist.
Yes.
And people who are in denial will always be in denial. But it's as tangible, so to speak, as it has been. So if there's a worldwide offense to it, then people should react in that way and say stop it, because it still occurs. And potentially some places it's not going to stop.
Have been worked with imagery, have been part of imagery, what is it going to take to get, and maybe I'm judging it incorrectly, is the right kind of reaction going on among, because I was speaking to the young brother Knowledge of God, and he was saying, Herman, he gave me an example of is what's going on now with how we are acting related to the situation in Libya, like how it was here in the States.
Yeah.
When in certain states there were free brothers, and they knew 150 miles away, their blood was getting,
done.
So, and they were still living and kind of doing okay. So, how okay could you be when your brother's treachery is within arm's reach?
Sometimes when you're away from the incident, you are not compelled to feel for it. See, my ancestors have been here since 1799. I know who I am. I know when they kidnapped her. Today is December 16th, but tomorrow is December 17th. They kidnapped her on December 17th, 1799, saw her on the auction block. Her name is Tracy. And in my autobiography, I had to do the research to find out who she was. She used to come to me in my dreams. And I mentioned it to my aunt Victoria. I said, I'm thinking this lady named Tracy keeps coming to me in my dreams. She said, that's your great-great-great-grandmother's name.
That's deep.
And I was like, I feel like it was not only genetic, but it was in my DNA, because I can prove it. And that made it even better. And then when they sold her, they were nice people, but they still were enslavers. Any way you look at it.
Yeah,
and
even how can that first part even exist?
Really,
they were nice people,
fortunately,
but they were enslavers.
In that context,
but isn't that the beautiful contradiction of black people?
It's an oxymoron, actually, because not only did they not sell her or her children once in bondage, kept that family together. So in July, my family, we were celebrating our 50th year as family reunion. So that we, as long as I've been alive, I've always gone to family reunion. You look great.
Y'all gotta let me interrupt.
Why?
I'm one of the co-hosts. I gotta get dressed.
Okay.
Hey, brother, it's an honor.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
But you gotta volunteer for a picture first.
Yeah.
Wow, you look beautiful.
Yeah, stay. Yeah. They begged me to do this.
Now get them together.
Yeah,
Okay.
they begged me to do this.
It's my honor.
Yeah, shoot, my honor. Man, that's on?
I can make something real quick. You're shorter than me.
But let me tell you something. I met you one time in the subway. All right, let me tell you something real quick. This gentleman, one time I walked up to him in a subway station. He was on a train. I was going to the studio, right? What was so funny, he was sitting there all calm. I walked up to him and I said, oh my God. I said, my hero was sitting right there next to me on the train. And you looked up and you were like, you really know me? I said, Mr. Ralph Carter, you talk about good times, a black power, brother. There's so many things that you don't have any idea about this brother right here. Look, he's gonna be sharing the stage with me. Look, all I can say is, damn.
That's Esther Rose.
Right.
But you know, actually, my mother always told me, treat people the way you want to be treated. It's so simple, it's complicated.
Yeah.
I've known some artists who are like really rude. I believe you'll have more longevity if you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes, it's cyclical.
Hey, look, I know that was Esther Rose's part, but that's because y'all kept getting in trouble. Damn.
No, but it became a classic. It became as popular as Dynamite.
Oh, man.
You got paging me walking to say
Oh
that
my
shit
God!
down.
Look, I'm going to get dressed. I will see you. I'm gonna be as sharp as you, my brother.
You better. It's black tie only.
So, all right, and I know other folks are waiting to just get your energy. Okay, all right.
Excuse me, y'all.
Thank you. Straighten it up, brother. Thank you. He's making sure I'm sharp.
Jelly bean.
But how can we support you, reach you, social media presence, leave some kind of way that this continued flow of love our people have for you can continue to reach you? Okay.
I'm the kind of man who I'm so technologically back. I still be using smoke signals, right? Did it?
Okay, hey, if it works.
No, my nieces and nephews laugh at me. Uncle Ralph, you still got a flip phone?
Hey.
I said, yeah. How many phones you been through? I still got mine. But what happens is that communication has evolved so much. I remember cell phones are like shoe boxes. They were big, and then we had to have these generators. So you had to hold the whole thing. You're like, oh my God. I could never imagine that they could put it in palm of your hand.
Technology.
We didn't conceive that in the 70s. But time does technology like that. And I think that when I deal with people who see me, I never watched Good Times when I was growing up. Esther Roll and John Amos told my mother, don't let him watch the show. Sometimes children tend to imitate themselves.
Interesting.
So I didn't know the impact I was making on people. Wow. You know, we're talking 50 million people watching you every week. In 70s TV, we didn't have to buy against HBO and all the type. Cinemax, none of them existed yet. So what we did do in real time was my mother taught me early how to treat people.
Right.
I was rude one day and my mama slapped me in front of this lady. And next thing I know, my mama, she old school. She does believe in corporal punishment. She get a little senile now. No, I didn't beat you with no wine. I said, yes, you did. Ask your other children. Ask them. They'll tell you, you're a liar. But it was a good beating, though. I deserved that one. You know, she told me not to do something, and I did it anyway. So I didn't have to learn that lesson twice. And then she taught me how to treat people. Ultimately, it wasn't such a difficult lesson.
Interesting.
You know, because I know some artists who not very nice to people. You know, but their name becomes who. You're like, who? You know, the world will forget you. But you can't forget the world. You have to show up. And how you show up does matter. There's a difference between showing up and showing off. Okay? Tonight, we're showing up. We're not showing off. It's a black tie affair. And Coco and Sean, they know how to throw a party.
Yes.
They know how to throw a party. And I'm so glad I was invited to the party.
Yeah, me too.
I believe that we have the right to continue financially to support this organization so that we can help as many people as we can. Because I know who the honorees are tonight. We've been studying y'all and them before they got here. So we know what they've done and the presence and the essence that they're doing for other people. So it's a selfless act sometimes, just to share. It don't cost you nothing. Just, you know, it's a nanosecond. So meanwhile, I'm on the A train, right? And I see this lady, and I know she want to sit. Hear me out, Chris? I knew she was tired, so I gave her my seat. There were like a lot of other men, and they didn't give her a seat. And she said, "Thank you, son. My feet hurt so bad today." You know? She said, "Ain't you that boy was a time?" And it clicked. Story's not over, right? So about 3 to 4 months passed by, and I love being in Manhattan.
Right.
I'm a New Yorker, I'm from Brooklyn, but I love the skyscrapers still. I'm in awe. So what happened was, I'm on the elevator, and it's just me and this guy that's about 6 feet. I ain't the tallest guy in the world. You know, God gave me the law of compensation. What I don't have in height. Anyway.
This is a family show, man.
I apologize to edit that one. But what did happen was, so it's me and this dude on the elevator, and he looks down. It's like, I'm talking to Black Giant. He said, "Aren't you Ralph Carter?" I said, "Yes." A little sheepish. He said, "I've always wanted to meet you." I said, "Why?" "Well, my mother was on the A train, and you gave my mother a C. And she came home and talked about you." And I was like, "I'm so glad I gave that lady that seat." Could have been another story.
But you see how that flows like that?
It was so beautiful.
That's amazing.
It was beautiful. So again, when it comes full circle, it gets back to the fundamental process. You better wear them shoes of just treating people the way you want. I'm so glad I said that. I know that lady might be watching her son too. We still love you. In Brooklyn, we do it like that.
Yes, Ashe. Acknowledge the God.
Yes, the question I had, you just being in the industry, you know, the Hollywood, everything like that. We see now a lot of things coming out with, you know, child actresses, women in the industry, and things like that. Were you aware, or did you ever see any of these things? Because people say now it's coming out. People want to speak about it now, but it's something that's been an old story in Hollywood.
Personally, I was so insulated. I never had problems like that. That wasn't my experience.
And then you brought something back. I had to just, because it hit me the way you said it. The kind of love and care that those two older actors had to send information to you to protect you psychologically. Because when you said, you know, don't let him watch because they end up immature, they obviously heard that out there.
Gary Coleman always imitated himself. He laughed before the joke was told. You can see it. He's like, "Here it comes.
You're right.
Here it comes." And so it takes away from his authenticity.
As a person.
I liked him as a kid, but he got his start on Good Time. And people don't understand his story. There's a thing called reaching our majority, where our money is saved for us as it's a trust fund. But when he reached his majority, all his money is gone.
Really?
Can you imagine his rage?
Legally gone? Or just
Gone.
somebody?
Lawyers stole it. Those were not his real parents. That's off tape. I can understand that kid's rage, man. It's an awful thing they did to him. I understood him. I understood why he was so angry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because Todd Bridges' mom, Betty Bridges, she looked out for his trust fund. My people looked out for my trust fund. So when I finished Good Times, I went to travel. So I got on the first plane to Africa, and that was it for me. I didn't want to come back to this country for a while. I went to East Africa, I went to West Africa, I went to...
And lived there for
I was there for 2 weeks, but I stayed 6 months. When I breathed that tropical air and saw all the beautiful people that look like us, in those
and you
clothes.
felt calm and at ease in a society where you ain't got to show ID and all this crazy
stuff. And the people were so beautiful and graceful in the sunshine with all those beautiful clothes on. So day 2, I went. Day 2, I went and got me some clothes made. I knew it was going to be there for a while. I still got some of those clothes, but I wanted to blend in. And Good Times was at the height of that part when I lived in Nigeria. So I went everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere I could go, I went.
And how were you received? Because you were even an icon overseas.
Bruda Rose. My Bruda. Yeah, welcome my Bruda. I said, how are you, my Bruda?
Whoa. But the connection was there.
It was automatic. And I felt so at home in West Africa especially, because my people are from what we today call Angola and Cameroon. That's where my ancestors are. That's where Tracy is from. So I know who I am. So it gives me a chance to walk the world differently. And you don't have to know your ancestry like that. You can begin where you are. Begin where you are. Everybody don't have to know their roots. Begin where you are.
Because it's in you.
Yeah.
Every time you look in the mirror, you can't escape it.
But also acknowledge the African that's in you. You know, I don't care, because they call a black person out there named whether they light skin, good hair, bad hair, whatever that means. Those are institutions that created that to mess our minds up. And it worked.
It did.
It's still working.
Yeah.
I just don't tell a girl what to do with her hair. I got
Okay.
4 sisters.
Stay out of that category, right?
You leave
Okay.
women alone.
Smart man.
No, but even historically, women have always adorned their hair.
Right.
It's not a new phenomenon.
Right, but that's the chemicalization
Well,
that takes
or
place
the
on this
mindset
end.
behind it.
And the mindset.
It's
and
the mindset.
right?
But I fundamentally believe that women have the right to wear their hair any way they want. I do like a bald-headed girl sometimes. I like girls with nice short afros. You know, so you got to go through all that stuff. I told you it's a family show, but I think that we are still the most amazing people.
Yes.
And sometimes we don't get it.
Most times.
Everybody else gets it except us. We are most amazing people. Nobody walks like her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who walks like that?
Very true, yeah.
It gets us in trouble.
Yeah.
I got to keep my hands in my pocket these days.
Yeah.
And other parts of my anatomy to myself. I was like, Lee, I can't say hi. It's a hard thing to
We
do.
do have a royal elegance that sometimes, as we've been discussing, we forget. But events like this, Men of Excellence, it helps mint that part of us.
It manifests it because it's coming from within. And then we can be the best all the time. Not just today, but every day we wake up just say, thank you, Lord, for another day. You know? I wake up like that. My mom at 95, right? I sneak in on her while she sleep, make sure she breathing. You know how you look out for a little baby?
Gotta check.
You like, oh, I gotta make sure the baby breathing. And I just want to hear a snore, she can fart, just be alive.
Be here.
And she wakes up. You know, I have wonderful sisters who assist me. There's a line men can't cross that exclusively is women. If you know what I mean? And men, we have our line that women is our exclusive club. You know, so my point is that I'm so grateful for the people that are in my family. They like me whether I was on or off.
Right.
And they know that I know when to not be on. There's some artists who are always on. That's what I love about Jimmy Walker. He's not always on. And he taught me how to do that. And he's like one of the most well-read men I've ever met in my life.
Many don't see that side of it.
Jimmy Walker is brilliant. He has a photographic memory. He could read a script one time, close it, it's done. I can't stand actors who don't know they line.
That's awesome.
I say, we paying you to remember stuff. I get paid to remember stuff. Okay. Makes it even better. But I also had the grace of working with wonderful people. And meeting Sammy Davis Jr. and Lena Horne and Pearl Bailey and Eartha Kitt. And these people helped me and gave me information.
Yes.
And that's something that's invaluable. And I carry it with me to this day. It's like almost part of my DNA. But they also taught me how to have grace and how to treat not just the public, but people, period.
In general.
And that's the way life is still for me.
Yeah.
So buy my book when it comes out in the spring. I have August Wilson told me years ago to write my autobiography in decade components. So I'm in my 50s now. The first 4 volumes are complete. And what we'll be doing in the spring, I'm going to do them one by one. Because I think everybody has a story in their own manifestation that they must tell.
Yes.
Sonia Sanchez said, tell your story, right? Tell your story. So she screens my stuff. She said, word perfect. She said, you didn't miss nothing. So I'm committed to detail. I like details. So that, you know, because like if you read somebody's book and they got one word spelled wrong, you can enjoy the whole chapter, but you're going to remember that word was spelled wrong.
Stand out, right.
So I believe that if you want to give people who are going to pay $30 for my book, it has to be word perfect.
Exactly.
It has to be. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah.
The rest of this, I'll be like, boom, I get it.
Yeah, and what is that? A standard of excellence. And that's what, full circle, you are a gentleman of excellence. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and insight.
It takes one to know one.
Well, thank you.
It takes one to know one.
Respect.
That's the way I live life. I respect you people. Thank you for all the love you give us, all right?
All my wrists is frogs. All my